right, hello everyone out there. I just got in, it's Alyssa. Here, and these are two players I have not seen play, so this is pretty exciting for me. Frank might be joining very shortly, so I'm taking over here without him knowing.
So,
oh. Anything you need from me?
Actually, you want to jump in? Walking? Walking in like that.
About this?
Yeah, press again. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah. It's circle.
All right, hello everyone. I don't know if you heard anything I said earlier, but I'm joining in now. This is Alyssa. We have Travis against Bill McCollim, about 100-point difference in Fargo rating. I'm not familiar with either player, so this will be pretty interesting for me. Oh, so Bill being from Pittsburgh.
Travis.
And Travis from Maryland. A nice open table here. Just have to keep on the right side of the floor. Unless he wants to put it in the side, either side. I like getting under it could work nice. Oh, did it die? Not quite enough to get in the spot he wanted, but this is still doable. Just going low. Doing a nice draw stroke back. Position on this 6, once again, it's like he's just rolling a tad bit too far, but seems like he has the pocketing skills to make this rack work. Some low, a tad bit of inside to come around, 3 rails. Stop, float over to put the 8 ball in the side. Got a little bit flat on it, but he should be able to maintain position for the 9 ball. And he could do this 2 ways. I think I like the inside English, but I love inside English. That might not be the smartest thing to do, but oh, just bobbed in and out of that pocket. All right, so Travis back to the table. Opportunity to make this 2-0. But 2 balls left. Looks promising. Avoided the side pocket. Nice position on the 9. That makes it 2-0. Little view of the room and some of the matches going on here down at Bluegrass. I know that Frank had mentioned some tournaments earlier. I'll make sure to put some up in between some racks, as well as thanking our wonderful sponsors for making this event happen. Very nice spread on this break here. Nothing really clustered. Has a shot on the 2. Everything. This is a run opportunity here. Oh, did he? Okay, let me get you guys to an overhead 1 second. Ah, looks like he hugged himself. These buttons keep changing, so I'll figure some things out soon. I am in the booth by myself, by the way, so there might be a little things different and some learning curves you're gonna go with through with me. Going in the air. It looked like a good straight opportunity for the jump, but he just clipped the 9 going over. Just not enough height there. This gives Bill a chance to get on the board with ball in hand. 5 balls left, everything spread out, no potential problems. I'll find a way to get those icons off the bottom shortly. That shows you that an easy stop shot has potential for. I'm not going to try to predict their game too much because I still don't know their play, but you might hear me say what I would do as a 500 Fargo. So please keep that in mind. I am not a professional, but I do love the game. So if you see something different, please, the comments, love to hear from you guys. Through center right a little bit just to bounce out to center. He's going to stop this to give himself to keep an angle for the 8 ball. So that way he can get over for the 9 in the opposite corner. Oh. Everything looks smooth sailing. He must be tall. I think only tall people make the camera lose focus. And he does it. Like getting on the board here. 2-1. I'm gonna just test something out here. Up. Okay. Here we go. All right. Sorry, guys. Hope that wasn't too dizzying. I just wanted to figure a couple things out. Or try to, at least. As we get on to rack 4. There's a race to 7 matchroom rules. This tournament is giving out 4 spots into the US Open, if I'm not mistaken, if my information is correct. We have a spread, but no oh, is that? Oh, that's the 1 ball. I did not see the 1 ball up at the top, so he does have a shot here. 2 hanging nicely in the side. Like he's putting a tad bit of inside, trying to keep the cue ball in the center of the table, and he just overcut it a bit too much, but gets some luck on the roll here. Gonna make Travis get his jump cue, I believe, if he does jump. Oh, I'm just kidding, it's Bill's shot. There's a kick and stick behind the 7, but the 1 rolls out. This does leave... Oh, man, I still didn't figure out how to get the icons off, but... You can see that 1 does not go past the 8 in the bottom right corner. So let's see what he chooses to do. And some inside again, so that's like 3 o'clock. Oh, wait, whoa, I got my clock wrong. That was like 7 o'clock. A nice safety return, ducking the cue ball behind the 9. I promise I do know how to read a clock. Doing a kick here, one rail. Hoping for the combo, and he lands it. But it does nudge them one in front of the 4. He looks like he might cut it into the top left corner. Ooh, safety allowed. Very nice. Throws it right up on the 4 ball. Anybody in the comments, anybody in the viewer section, do you know any of these players, or are you just tuning in to support PA Pro-Am and the fabulous day of pool we're all going to experience? So that safety was... So that safety, he did get a good hit, but sacrificed a shot to his opponent. Oh, so... All right, guys. Just had to get a couple things confirmed, so your viewing was as good as I can give you. So Travis to the table, looking like a bank or a safe. They're playing a little bit, this is a big rack for both players, because this could be the difference between 3-1 and 2-2. In a race to 7, that's an important... This is an important game, so that's why you're seeing a bit more safeties from these players. Well, hello. Oh, I think... How do I... All right. You should be on. Hello, hello. Welcome.
How are you?
I'm living.
Love and life.
Yep, live, laugh, love, all that.
What do we have going on here? Travis and Bill?
Yes, so this is Bill up at the table now. It was a 2-0 lead by Travis. And Bill was able to secure the last rack. So this rack, a lot more safety plays here. Looks like Bill is has an opportunity to do it again and make it 2-2. I keep thinking this guy. Can you guys hear him okay? I want to make sure that's... Our audience is pretty silent, so I guess we won't know. But if you guys can hear both of us clear, that would be good. Nice to know. Looks like a straight in for him.
It's a good positional shot. It's easy to come up short on something like that.
Yes, that's something I struggle with a lot. And he does it.
All right, I think I noticed this gentleman.
Anyone that Ooh, that was a little scary.
So this is Travis at the table.
Ah, thank you. Thank you for telling us. You can hear us both. Yes, this is Travis. All right.
A little quick with his transition there. First shot that I've seen a gentleman shoot.
And this is quite some distance he has to get from the 3 to the 4 ball.
I'm not sure what the cut angle is. If he's able to just kind of stop his ball up there.
I think, do you want to go to the overhead? Oh, so I
Yeah.
guess you were right about that.
Unfortunately, when you try and force the ball that way and position isn't natural,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes it's better, even though in a situation like that where it's relatively easy to pocket the ball, it may be beneficial just to play safe and come off the rail and 3 rails with a cue ball and bring it down under this traffic
Yeah.
on the lower short rail. If position is that difficult, sometimes it's something to consider.
Right.
This is a good shot. He
That
put
was
good
a
stroke on it.
beautiful. Now this
Did he
is
get
also
there?
that's the question. Okay. All right. Let me Dragon Ball orders.
You're pretty good at this thing.
I'm getting there. Oh, we're there.
I
Okay,
don't
guys.
think can he play the bank?
The kick, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, nice kick stick.
Very well. Very well done.
I got this.
Hey.
After last night, guys, we are about to have a nice smooth show. All right, we're going airborne. Nice shot. Does it go wild? Middle of the table.
Difficult to get back down on the 5 ball here if you opt for a side pocket.
Right.
You may be able to opt for the corner pocket. I think that offers position a little easier on the 5 ball if you're going to attack here.
Right, yeah.
What he chooses to do.
I think it. Ooh. Wow.
It's an excellent shot.
Beautiful shot.
Get straight on the 5.
Back to overhead.
I think he's got a little angle to the short side of the 6. Pretty good speed. He should be able to just roll this and take the 7 in.
The opposite corner?
Yeah, in the
Unless he
lower right.
bumps it, but that would be way too risky of getting funny, huh?
It's hard to see what angle he has if he's naturally rolling into the 7. Yeah, he was.
If you need me to go overhead at any point, it's just 2
Oh.
buttons for me. I can do this, okay?
I have absolute faith in your button pushing ability.
I like to push buttons.
It is much better than mine, that's for sure.
Look at that bank attempt. Oh, I thought he had it.
But he hit it the right speed, believe it or not.
Perfect speed.
It's if you're going to miss, you miss it short,
Yeah,
and you hit it with a speed where it goes to the middle of the table.
I definitely need to work on that a little bit more because I think I'm going to leave it like this, and I do not leave it like this.
It's difficult to control the speed of the cue ball and the object ball.
Right.
Came up a little short on that safety attempt.
That's another one of my downfalls for my safeties. And they always say, like, when you are playing safe, especially if you're like an amateur like me, is only try to save 1 ball and don't try to focus on 2. So this is probably the level of players where it's difficult still for
unless
everyone.
unless it's natural.
Yeah,
the
okay.
speed to separate and to play both. You really should focus on one or the other, either the cue ball or the object ball.
Oh. Good kick.
Yeah, I think he's opened it up though.
He did. It was
a little unfortunate, but
yeah. Jinx.
he hit it well.
I'll take a water.
I don't play by those rules, whatever.
You're in my. This is my booth now because I control the buttons.
I cannot argue with that.
It looks like he's doing a low left, right? Trying to keep it so like inside.
He's
So
gonna try and
keep
draw
it.
back for the side pocket.
No, oh.
Yeah,
I thought it went past the 9, but
yeah. I don't think it does.
it doesn't.
Hit it well, a little too far.
Yeah.
But you'd rather be on that side than short, so take your time, level out here, stay down on the shot, right? And it's just like a drag draw. The whole he went bump table. I think you could have held that,
Yeah,
but
it worked nicely for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's hard to tell from the TV angle.
Right.
Obviously the players at the table have the best view.
Still winning the last 3 whack. Last
3 on the spin, as
Woo.
Carl Boyle would say.
Yeah, 3 on the spin. What other fun buttons I have here? Ah, one of the sponsees, Brianna Miller. Was
Great
talking
player.
about her last night, actually.
I think I noticed earlier this gentleman's break was pretty good in this format. I think he was drawing it to the side rail and making the 1 ball pretty well.
How do you do with this format of break?
I straight draw. It's a hair fuller than a half ball hit,
Okay.
and straight draw. He went full on.
Yeah.
Wow.
A
at
bit
that.
different than shows that he has a few other tools in his chest here.
Yeah, if it's not working, you have to
And
try
look at
something
that,
else.
all the balls on the up at the head of the table. So, Zachary, we are at Bluegrass Billiards down in Northeast Philly. If you're around, come on down. Do you see a carom shot here?
Now, what you do is you roll up onto the 7 ball, 2 rails.
Uh-huh.
See, he got back The reason that you go 2 rails and you come into the 7 ball is because it gives you the maximum margin for error
Okay.
if you're missing. So you don't just try and lay it where he did. You go to that rail and come in towards the 7. You follow me?
Yes,
And
yes.
that way it eliminates, a lot more angles and whatnot. He might even have an edge of this. I'm not sure.
Kieran
I don't
Levine.
think so.
I
He
don't
cut him
think
off,
so
but-
either. I think he's jumping. Oh, good jump attempts.
Yeah.
Didn't land it. Almost scratched. Oh no. That's I can see it.
See, this situation here is tricky as well. I get you just got to try and cut this in, right? He's got that enough to cut it in. If not, it becomes tricky. Yeah.
Just overcut it.
All right. Table's not open per se. There are a little bit of cluster, some traffic.
But nothing that's unreachable.
Yeah,
Like, look at this 2 to 4. Great opportunity to break that out. And I must say, I did not think you are. I like commentating with you. I'm learning a lot.
Oh, please. I don't have any money to give you, so. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Though.
Hit that combo nicely to leave the 4 in the pocket.
That's in a situation like that, what you're looking to do is really control where that ball is going to end up, and you did a very good job of it, of making sure that the 4 ball was just left there. Too often, if that ball floats up onto the left long rail, it could get difficult. It could.
Does a straight draw, like squirt over, but he kind of left it a little tied up on the rail. Too much for him to follow forward
This
for
should
the
be
6.
natural, I think. I think he can just follow straight high ball here, follow, and I think he beats the 9 ball and comes up for the 6.
Okay.
I don't think he needs inside English or anything to do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Looks like he actually checked it a little bit.
Checked it?
Outside English.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I did not know what that meant. Like, send it.
Some did they call it like check spin, or like instead of running English. Check.
I have never heard this before. I'm at a loss. But
Stop it. Here we go. This is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Now she's gonna try and get me to give her some kind of weight, which isn't going to happen, and then take all my money. I know I've been here before.
Yep. That's me, guys.
Everybody who tells me how good I am and ends up with my money somehow.
Right. One of our great sponsors, Integrity Cues.
Hey guys, check out integritycues.com, offering high-end cues, production cues, pre-owned cues, cases, and accessories. integritycues.com.
Sorry about that, guys. You're back. Power break, but dry. Tied 3-3 now.
Good chance to see how efficient Bill is with an open table.
Ooh, good opportunity for that. A little bit of clusters with the 4 and 5
4,
and
5,
6.
6. Now with in this particular situation with the 4 ball not going past the 8 raises. May want to just go 2 rails under the 4. Looks somewhat natural. Or you could go into the 5 with that. It's hard to tell exactly what angle it is. Oh, he's on the 2 ball. Jeez, I'm losing my mind.
I was a little bit confused with that. Like, maybe I'm missing something.
Looking at the 3 ball. I'm trying to figure out how to get on the 4 from the 3.
Yeah, that is the issue. I mean, the 4-8 looks like a straight combo if you like combos. If not, it's a good safe opportunity just to stop the 3 and use the 5-6 as a blockade.
I don't know. I think he comes around 2 rails here past the middle of the table under the 6, like in between the 6, 7.
It looks like he's putting outside on it.
Yeah. Wow. I guess he was trying to come under the 4 for the
Maybe go 4 in the corner,
for
yeah.
one of the corners.
Yeah, one of the corners, because he could even put it in the top corners too.
Sure. Rising up the combination here.
It's not a bad combination.
Man, but
It's just
the
it's
4 kind of
iffy.
stops there, and the 8 may still come into play if you bring the cue ball down.
Maybe he's safe. No,
Didn't-
he was going for it.
Okay.
He gets his safe out of it. He gets it. I think Travis can probably see just a sliver of the 4, but definitely not the angle to make it.
If that's the case, then I would just move it where it's in front of the 8 ball. You don't want to push
Yeah.
it all the way to the rail or something where it passes the 8, and leave the cue ball down on the.
He might even do a 1 rail kick too.
If he can't see the 4, absolutely. You don't want to push this too far, though. You don't want to push it to where it goes past the 8. See, like that?
Mm-hmm.
You want to thin it a little bit more so that it doesn't quite get there,
Oh.
and the 8's still blocking it. If you can manage it, obviously.
Right.
The problem with this shot is he can roll this 4 in, but the natural speed kind of wants to settle behind the 6 ball. You have to hit it a little bit firmer to get past the 6. Try and play the 5 in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, just gets a little tricky. And now this 4-9 may be on.
Oh, that does look. That looks like an opportunity.
Well, if it goes past, obviously, if the 4 goes past the 9, you don't.
It doesn't look like an easy go past shot either.
Hard to tell. If it does, though, obviously, you just run it out. Hard to reach here. You have to have discipline. I talked about this with Frank earlier. In this situation, yeah, okay, there you go. He gets the bridge. You have to have the discipline. You don't want to stretch out too far. If you're stretched out too far and you can't stroke through the ball, you need to take the time. It takes 10, to either get your extension or get the bridge. Looks like he may be elevated.
He went on the high end. We get back to the other angle.
I think he goes past.
It looks like he's aiming for it to go past, and it did beautifully. Controlled the speed. He did.
Buddy Hall shape. All right, so stun overs for the 6 on the side, 6 on the side. 7 goes in the corner past the 8. Everything's kind of APC. In these situations, just take your time and do your job. You don't want to rush anything.
A little bit of movement with that.
I called it. Might have to go 3 rails actually for future.
Oh.
No, it fell in. Be able to hit it and soften it. Call that the Tada stroke. You ever heard of the Tada stroke?
I have not heard that
I
phrase.
mentioned it
either.
earlier. When you stroke through the ball and you raise your Q-tip up, it's like a magician, like ta-da! That's somebody told me that they were making fun of me in Tennessee for doing it. It just always stuck with me
I like
whenever
that.
somebody
I'm
does
gonna
that.
start calling that. Because it seemed like that extraness, that extra movement almost caused
Yeah, I would absolutely.
the extra he didn't want.
Yeah, obviously, you don't want to move at all. Ideally, you don't want anything to move, with the exception of your arm. And you want to stay down and through the ball.
Going into rack 8. Travis taking the lead once again, 4-3, a close one. There's a race to 7. We are at Bluegrass Billiards over in Northeast Philly.
Now Travis, how he opts to break. I haven't paid attention to his breaks earlier. Looks like he's breaking from the edge of the box. Theoretically, I would imagine he's going to cut break with draw. I think he tried to cut break it with draw, hit a little thick. That's why the one ball gets down into that area and misses the side pocket. Need to thin that out a little bit. Or it wired in the side pocket.
That looks. Well, after the shot, we'll go over.
This shot is interesting as well. I think he can kick behind this one with a little bit of right-hand English and just kick it towards. You want to take your time here. You want to kick it towards the side pocket, and then if you miss, it's behind that cluster of balls. You don't want to kick it necessarily into the 5 because they'll have a look at it. Wow, he could see the ball.
Oh,
man, these TV angles.
It
really
messes a
change
little
things.
bit, yeah.
I didn't think he could see the one at all.
There's been shots where I didn't think it could go past another ball, and the shots I've seen made were. It just totally changed my perspective. And then I go to play, and I'm like, I think this goes now. Sometimes it's not the case because I think the screen does mess a little bit with how it is in real life.
All right, so rail first. If it goes in, great. If not, he should.
Ooh.
Believe it or not, you hit the wrong side of that ball. You want to hit the other side of the one in that situation, and that way you either make it or you kick it up table, and the cue ball goes to the other side. Obviously, easier said than done.
Right. How it went in my head.
I think the combination goes.
I think it does, yeah. When we went overhead, it did seem very clean cut and easy to keep the 2 ball by the side pocket.
Now
as well.
here you want to hit this to get position on the 2. It makes it easy to get to the 3.
Right.
So you want to control this 2 ball a little bit, draw back, and go up a hair. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Now I probably draw back to the left side rail, the left long rail, and come under. That's the short side of the three, but I think it plays easier.
Oh,
Yeah, that's that's okay, but you're risking hitting the three in that spot. Um, just take the short side. It goes past the six, I think.
it
As
does
long,
go past the 6. It
yeah,
does look like it goes
yeah.
past the 6.
He could have stroked it less and
Mm.
actually got played for the short side of the three and played it, and I think would might have made it easier.
Good speed on that
Oh yeah,
shot.
absolutely. Played
That
it well.
was perfection.
Um, is he aimed to follow this above
I
the
think he's
side
just going to
pocket or
stop or
straight?
draw just like the tiniest bit because he has a good angle for the 6. That would
Yeah,
be what I would do, like just to stop slight draw.
yeah. Quick position.
But you guessed it.
Well, I actually think that you were probably correct. I would imagine. I think you're supposed to get quick position there because you've got a natural angle to get to the seven.
And no risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm if Murphy's law, if it's meant to be, it certainly can.
Hmm.
Good position again. This could be the moment to make it 4-4. Now you don't want to get on the rail, but if he
Yeah,
follows just a tad bit,
yeah.
all right.
I think if you follow to the rail, I think it naturally wants to bounce off to give you a line, probably about a ball or two.
Beautiful. That'll make it 4-4.
Got a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen.
We're on. So if you guys are not following along with the bracket, we match just got started. Jeremy Seaman versus Jason Halpin. The winner of that will win one of the spots into the qualifier. I mean, into the US Open. He's looking at that unfortunate miss.
Just barely missed and left it over the jaws. See if there's any problems here. Believe it or not, when a ball's hung like this, right? Getting from the 2 to the 4, it looks as you can easily overrun this and hook yourself with the 7,
Yeah.
with the 9. So
I like
may
the
look for
high
it.
left
I
and keep on the left side of the 4.
yeah,
It looks like it goes in the bottom corner. It looks like it could go in the side and the top corner.
it's definitely more open. Does it go past the 8, I guess?
It does go past the 8.
Okay.
I just don't like this shot. I would have, because I had so much different choices with speed depending on how that shot went. But he got himself out of this position.
Yeah. Done well. Five to the 6 here is natural. You really don't want to think about anything more than just putting this 5-ball down. Because the cue ball is going to come over naturally. You don't even need inside English. You want an angle to get from the 6 to the 7. See how he moved his stroke?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really just want to focus on just staying down and just putting that ball down. Like he didn't need to get the cue ball down that low.
Right.
You know, he plays well enough. He could have taken it from higher with a little bit more angle and less risk on missing the ball.
Even playing it a tad bit softer would have elongated that angle and brought it closer to the 6 as well.
Absolutely. You want to develop, I refer to it as non-roll-off speed, which is basically as slow as you can hit a ball without it being, with no chance of it rolling off.
Just enough force to make it seem like you're commanding the ball without seeming timid or asking permission. That would be the common thing my coach used to tell me. Ed used to tell me this all the time. Like, don't ask permission. You need to command the ball.
You can tell it where to go.
Exactly. It was the best advice because you can hit it soft but still command the ball.
Yeah. And Jimmy Karras actually told Bob Madoff
Nice.
that most players are hitting the ball too hard. It's not necessary to hit it at, medium speed or whatever. I mean, the ball's going to accept, or the pocket's going to accept balls that are shot at a slower speed. Obviously, we don't want it to roll off. We don't want those things to happen.
And it's not every shot either. But it's I think we oftentimes think we need to shoot it harder to accomplish the same thing.
Sure. You'll notice as your stroke develops, us as players, me included, you'll notice that you can get more out
of less effort.
Yeah, your stroke develops. You're able to get your tip placement a little bit lower than you previously were, and still be comfortable. And so you can get that drag draw working and
Still taking that last tiebreaker, 5-4. If he wins this, he'll be on the hill.
Now, somehow, playing position between the 3 and the 4 is really difficult. That's a small window. So somehow I think I'd like to try and get to the left-hand long rail, probably about the middle diamond over there. Trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, from this spot on the 1.
It looks difficult, whether it's, force follow or I just think it's real easy to hook yourself here trying to get position.
I don't think that was a part of the plan.
Nope. But that's the type of thing that can happen when you're in situations like that. When position's that hard, and even myself, we have a tendency to overlook it and think that, well, we should just pocket this ball and get where we can get. You should take into consideration the safety option on the 1 and say, it's so difficult to get on the 2 from this position, and there is a pretty good safety that I can play. It should at least factor into your decision-making process.
Yeah. And Dom, completely right. I think you're spot on with that. It's possible. The pocket will accept it. It just makes it more difficult. Spot here. Does this 1-3 go? I do think this goes. And the 4-9 looks like it might go as
I
well.
think that was the shot, but I think he hit a little thick. I think he was trying to thin that and bring the cue ball up, miss the 6, and hide behind the 4-9, which I think was the shot. It was hard to hit it that thin, but I think that may have been the shot.
The return safety, because
Yeah, I hate leaving the ball that close to the side pocket, and now you got another ball hanging, which makes it even more. I mean, you might even be able to just masse here and go rail first into the one. And
is he jumping?
This? I'm not sure if he's massing or jumping.
That was a far jump.
Even if he gets there, the second
That
bounce,
one.
if you look at where the cue ball was going to land, the cue ball was going to be in the air if it hit the one ball. So, that's part of your visualization process that you need to take a look at when you're considering the jump. Because it would have been hard to keep that ball on the table, I think. Even if you was able, to get it to the one. Now the table's pretty much opened up.
Yeah, all problems have been pretty cleared out. Well, did he?
I think both players have been, we're not at 100% efficiency on open table, so there's a potential for a mistake to be. That was well struck. Let's see.
Very
Does he
nice.
get past the 7? I think he does. Okay. 6 to the 7. You need to pay attention a little bit because you need to be on the left. Oh,
Well,
there you
that
go.
makes it easy.
Absolutely.
Little assistance from the 4 ball.
Yeah.
Nice
Don't get
draw
straight here.
over.
Don't get straight
He's
on the
got
rail.
Oh, it is a bit straight.
It's easy to rattle this when you force follow this, trying to come out for the 7.
Especially on the rail.
Yeah, I think you just need to put a smooth stroke on it and accept a little bit longer shot rather than trying to force this in. That's just my personal opinion. But he opts to. See that he jumped up a little bit
He
there.
did jump up.
Guarantee you, if I did that, there's no way I would have made that ball.
It was a well executed shot, especially for jumping up.
Does he follow to the short side of the 8 here? If he has enough angle to punch out.
Dom, he is playing a. Do you know this player and how he shoots? Because I'm not sure if that's just his tempo or if he's feeling it. But he did leave 7 ball in the side for Bill to come in on.
The 8-9 Karen, or no, that's a cue ball. All right.
The 7 in the side is difficult. He could do it down in the corner and just draw back for 8 in the opposite top corner.
I think you cut it in the side. Position is more natural that way than trying to draw back for the 8 ball. I mean, he put a good stroke on it, but
He didn't achieve it, but it looked like that side was pointed. It just that angle was not.
Whenever my line of demarcation for those shots, if the object ball is equally off the rail, and the cue ball are equally off the rail, and the object ball is at the center of the side pocket, I'll entertain the cut shot. If it's towards the far side of the pocket but still at that level, that's when I'll opt for another option.
Beautiful back
great
cut.
shot.
And that's an easy shot to get tripped up on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He hit it with a good speed too.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't call it an easy shot, but it's just one of those shots that easily trips up many, including myself. Billy getting on the
ass.
hill. I don't know if he likes to go by Billy, but this is Jeffrey. We are at Bluegrass Billiards down in Northeast Philly in Pennsylvania. Top 4 finishers, right? Top 4 is going to get a ticket into the US Open.
I believe Bill, the last time he broke, he went full on, like head on with the one as opposed to trying to cut break.
Looks like he's going back to the cut break.
Yep.
Unsuccessful. His last one, didn't he pocket 2?
Sure. I think he pocketed a ball.
Did at least 1. Maybe. I
He
thought
might-
it was 2.
He may have made the corner ball because one ball didn't go.
Oh,
Puts us down in good shape. Just come right across the table for the 2.
hit it too cool. Got lucky on the leap here. Can you see a bit of this, even to cut it in the bottom right corner?
It's hard to tell from the TV angles whether he can or he can't. If he can edge that 1, he may be able to hide him behind the 5 ball. Yeah, like that. See, I wouldn't just willy-nilly this. I would really take a look at this 2-rail kick because this could be a big turning point in the game.
Really, yeah. Oh,
He got unlucky. He hit it well.
Mhm.
But my only point is in those instances, when you're able to close out the game, a lot of times, you may think that you've got an advantage or you're ahead, so you don't take the same time as if it was hill or something along those lines. And I think you should. I think you should really look at that kick as I need to lock my opponent down at this point. What's my best way to make that happen?
great advice.
A little bit on the wrong side. Or thinking the 7 was the 3 ball.
Like a clean cut out for him.
Real quick backswing there.
Yeah, he seems a little bit on the choppy side right now.
Hmm.
I think Bill has been up to the table for a while, so he's kind of fighting off sitting. Looks smoother.
Easy. Believe it or not, in this spot right here, it's easy to like overcut this 9 ball.
Mm-hmm. He nailed it. Very nice. Closing that gap, 5-6.
Not a good amount of movement in his shot. I think he'd be well served to try and make sure a little more still when he comes through. And I speak from experience, from all of the movement I do. I see it. All right.
Petey always yells at me if I move in my break. Petey Fusco.
Yeah. I heard he was in the hospital. Is he okay?
He's what?
Heard he was in the hospital. Somebody mentioned today that
I didn't know this.
I'm not. I think I heard he just got out,
Oh.
and I wasn't aware. I hadn't heard. So I hope
Well,
everything is okay.
I hope everything's okay with Petey.
Well wishes
now I'm
to
gonna
you
have
if
to,
you're
yeah.
watching. Nine ball on the break. What a way to make it hill, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. And that's why that kick shot was so.
Yeah, that's why you really have to take your time on those. Well, the score won't get closer than this,
No.
ladies and gentlemen. So I anticipate rarely in this particular instance when it's hill with less than 800 Fargo players are you going to see a break and run in this situation. So normally this final game is a little bit more tactical than some of the others. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they're both able to compose themselves and
A match.
the 9-ball did not move that time.
Oh no. Did he get there? I think he just squeezed enough space to see that 2-ball.
It's so hard to tell. If he did, he's got a really good angle to just
Bump that 5-8.
Exactly.
And that would help control the cue ball speed for the 3-ball on the side.
Exactly.
5 o'clock English here. Nicely done. I do believe he can see past this 4-ball for the 3, and it should naturally come out center table.
Put it down.
He did. He got over nicely for the 5 here.
Let's see.
I would put a decent amount of right and try to get on that upper side of the 6.
Be really careful here because
7.
you could actually dig yourself behind the 7 with a lot of right-hand English.
Yeah.
The safest thing to do here is to come all the way across. Coming 3 rails, he got there, and that's great. I think I actually may have opted just to come straight across and play the 6-ball down in the corner.
I knew that
may have been the safest option. But he did very well with where he got.
He did.
All right. Now it's just stay still.
Yep.
And
keep your
finish
rhythm.
it off.
Keep your rhythm. Stay focused.
Stop, stop, stop.
Same thing. And we got it.
Good out. Well composed.
Bill takes
He
it
played it well.
7-6 on the hill.
Have any?